I've had this Tesla for just 1 year now. I've put 12,000 miles on it. We've been on a number of road trips. I've already made a video about our trip to Bellingham. We drove it to Monterey. That was a cool trip. The hotel had a charging facility, so it charged while the car was parked overnight. I believe we also saw George R.R. Martin in his metallic purple Tesla at the Atascadero Supercharger. We drove it to Mammoth. That was a fun trip. Going up the hill from Lone Pine to Mammoth, I ended up using about twice as much power as predicted. We took it to Bend, Oregon in freezing cold and snow. That ended up using a lot more battery than I predicted. We got to the supercharger station there with exactly 0 miles of range left. I was in one minor accident. I was stopped at a light and somebody hit me from behind, damaged my rear bumper. I had to wait about 3 months for Tesla to provide the parts needed to fix the car. Luckily it was still drivable. I would have been pretty pissed off if I had not been able to drive it for 3 months and still had to make payments on it. The original estimate was $3,500 from my insurance company. By the time the Tesla approved body shop did the work with the aluminum bodywork, etc., it turned out to be about almost 3 times that amount. I put bike racks on it, which I've used quite a bit. They've worked out just fine. There's also a separate video describing those. I have a couple of tips for Tesla owners. One is, if you're on a road trip, charge as often as possible, because it charges quickly, and then as the battery starts to get fuller, it charges more slowly. So it might be better to make more stops and only charge to 75% as opposed to trying to charge all the way and then skip charging stations like I did when I first got the car. My other piece of advice is, if you've got someone in the car that gets car sick, don't set the adaptive cruise control to 3 or 2, set it to about 5. The car drives much more smoothly in that setting. I've received a few comments on my other videos about maybe the Tesla's not the fastest car for a cross-country road trip, but I think the reason people buy Teslas is because they want to be early adopters of new technology, and they want to see a world where more people are driving electric cars, and they want to support that industry in its infancy. And every time I pick up the news, I see where some other car manufacturer is coming out with an electric vehicle, trying to play catch up with Tesla. So that makes me feel pretty good. So in summary, I'm really happy with the Tesla. There's been a couple of times when I've been sitting at the supercharger station wishing that I could just get going, but that's been a total of a couple of hours out of a year. I drive the thing to LA, I drove it to Orange County the other day, never even had to stop and charge. It's super convenient. I haven't been to a gas station in a year.